communist but still good. He's the spiritual father of Oliver Sacks, Alexander Luria, the Russian neurologist, and he wrote a wonderful book, like the story of a mnemonist.
The Mind of a Mnemonist.
Yeah, yeah. It's the paradox of a guy. He was a big circus star in Soviet Union, whose problem was the perfect memory. And he was not able to think or blah, blah, blah properly, precisely because, you know, thinking begins not with having it all, but erasing, abstract. This is a very... So can you give me so that I can bluff, and then if I be in a good mood, I will put at the back of the book where nobody reads, I'm grateful to you for this, you know. I make it sure that nobody... Because this sounds a wonderful thing. Who did this? Is there an official... Can I do the Wikipedia bullshit?
No, it's Richard Feynman.
It's Feynman?
Yeah.
Oh my God, then I will find it, yes, because him I don't like him always, but he was a great guy. You know what I especially like? This is the work of a genius, how with his scheme of particle interactions, he discovered how if you have particles interacting in temporal linear order, it gets too complex. But how you can wonderfully simplify the image if you just claim that one particle can go up and down in time, you know. Then you get the real simple structure. I think this is maybe the path of the future or whatever. I'm really grateful to this one. You see, that's how guys like me, we are the true vampires, you know. I just listen and then, you know how I will screw you. That's better. I will put it, what you said is, as it is well known in the theory of... That's the basic trick. Sorry, but I really... Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah?
It's like a fundamental difference between law and politics, art and science.
Sorry, between?
Law and politics, art and science.
For whom?
Between law. I mean, in law...
You mean now Badiou? The four of Badiou, no?
I'm talking about you.
Yeah.
You say like...
No, it's not so much politics science, it's, let's call it a mission, what you do.
The mission. In law you cannot embrace the mission, but if you want truth you need a mission.
But that's a good...
Mission is like,
yeah.
I'm thinking in Che Guevara and his...
yeah. But he would be a good example of this also. Because we all know his love troubles and so on, and he was also here very honest, Che Guevara. No, I'm not trying to make him some kind of a private pervert and so on. But he knew how to absolutely keep it. But you know where, I'm sorry we don't have time to go on with the debate, because here I think it's something wrong in Badiou's 4 levels of events. He tries to put them generally within the same field, the 4 truth domains. Art, politics, science. This would be the field of missions, and then love. But I don't think they function in the same way. I don't think something is missing here. I claim even that once I try to convince him that love, that he cheats with love. He knows there are other truth events, and then everything that doesn't fit the first 3, he puts it into love. The same way, that's my classical point, as you all know probably, Marxist and Marx himself basically cheat with Asiatic mode of production. It's not a positive term. The first Marxist line was pre-class society, slavery, feudalism, capitalism, and whatever the hell will be after Stalinist communism. And then Marx noticed that there are some social formations which do not fit any of them. And he proposed a notion which appears to be a positive notion. Asiatic mode of production. But if you look at it closely, you see that its unity is only negative. You know, it's like that joke from Borges quoted at the beginning of Foucault's The Order of Pigs. This classification of dogs, and one of the subspecies is dogs which are not included in this classification. No? Sorry, but because we will have to, otherwise, you?
Yeah, I was just going to say, because this Higgs thing, well, a friend of mine has been doing a lot of research on the Higgs particle.
You, not personally, but so you will now,
well,
okay.
This is kind
I'm
of like
bullshitting, but tell me. Yes, tell me what you learned from your friend, seriously, yeah.
So, this triangular space that you were talking about, the gap in the zero power, it's also important to know, too, that it's a highly unstable space. And so I thought that was really interesting, and not real either. It's also a theoretical situation. So it was interesting to me how you...
But the real is for me virtual. This doesn't bother me.
Exactly. It was interesting how you equated it with the nervous tick, something that's kind of like not a costly thing for you to do, not really, it's not expenditure kind. It sort of maintains this very unstable placidity, yet at the same time, it doesn't create anything either. So in a way,
that's deeply true. It's totally non-real.
This instability reminds me in some ways of, and this is something I'm trying to learn more about.
Sorry, it reminds you of?
Black hole theory?
But there, even for me, it's bluffing too much, no?
Well, yes and no.
No, sorry. My God, I didn't mean anything evil, but you know what I mean, like, everything is so, because, you know, just to, then I will give you know what, for me, so frustrating.
You don't know what goes on within the space of a black hole. No one knows what happens, and what happens in the mind, in the body, when you do
But you know what I like here, the way I understood it? Hawkins, before he became a bestseller author, when he was still doing serious work, one of his big hit, precisely that he developed the idea of black hole radiation, like that, contrary to black, but of course the idea is not that we can, but that precisely that it's just reflected, but we misperceive it as, you know, it's this nice idea that there is nothing behind the screen, it's just in a kind of...
It's like a negative reflection.
That fascinates me.
And so for me, it's also interesting, and I guess as the speech way reminding me of the Lewisian noise I have in my brain all the time. The way the real, Lewis doesn't call it this, the way the real kind of bubbles to the surface, and then falls away right away before you can grab onto what it was. And so, I don't know.
But this you also find, you know, probably better than me, in quantum physics. This idea of particles cheating, but cheating in the sense of they emerge violating the laws of physics, but they disappear soon enough before it's registered, they're cheating.
And that's one of the primary problems of string theory. This is why we can't bring all laws of forces together under an elegant theory, because they have these moments where they perversely violate their own laws of existence.
These friends of yours, did he tell you, that's what would interest me. Is it true what I improvised here? That precisely, no. This is elementary, but this is Wikipedia level. No, what I mean is that the string theory, there are problems. One is that simply, not only, so I was told by some guys, not only is it now empirically impossible to test it, but now they couldn't even yet imagine a test which would really work. You know, like if you say, okay, we cannot yet do it, but we can at least imagine how to test it.
And a lot of the problems that have cropped up in the last few years, I mean, these are, it's a kind of mathematics that, you know, kids who graduate, you know, graduate level university work at places like MIT at the age of 13. These are the people who...
I know, this is horrible. We just can kill ourselves. I know it.
But the Higgs field and the way it functions in that graph is a foundational now problem with all that work done.
But there are nonetheless some guys who claim that it's all a mistake, that it doesn't, that we are on the wrong path.